Well, hello, my YouTube fellas and gals. So, my name is Tammy. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then I'll have information for you at the end. If you are not new to my channel, then you've heard this all before. I own a used bookstore and I'm selling books, and these are the books I'm selling. And for the month of February, they're all $1 a piece because they're romance, being that it's Valentine's month. So, let's get started. We're on lot 6, and I read the synopsises, and which is what the book is about. And if you're interested and you don't want to buy from me, you can also look these up on whatever gadget you read on. So this is book number 1. These are Harlequin super romances. This is The Woman in Blue. And I like to show you the conditions the books are in because some are old, some are newish because it is a used bookstore. So the copyright is $19.99, and this is what the book's about. The people of Alice Springs, Oregon thought Ed Patton was a good man, a good cop, a good father, but his daughters knew the truth. Renee Patton feels she has to prove to everyone, especially herself, that even though she's a cop, she's nothing like her father. It's definitely a full-time job, leaving her no time or inclination for a social life, but that changes when she meets rancher Daniel Barnard. Daniel's the first person who's ever made Renee long for another kind of life, a life that doesn't revolve around her uniform. Suddenly she realizes she might just have found the one man who's willing to take on Patton's daughter. Everything would be perfect if only Daniel's mother wasn't involved in the case Renee's investigating. Ooh. So that's book number 1. Book number 2, And Baby Makes 6 by Linda Markowiak. This is a 2000 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Mitch Oliver is a man's man, which is probably a good thing since he's raising 4 rowdy teenage boys on his own. His schedule is filled with guy stuff, such as hockey, baseball, football. Then he gets custody of a very feminine little niece. Her schedule includes Barbie dolls and ballet. Fortunately, Jenny Litton, his sister's best friend, is willing to help. Suddenly, Mitch finds himself struggling to understand 2 females, one charming little girl and one equally charming woman. So that's book number 2. Book number 3, we have The House on the Beach by Linda Barrett. It's a 2004 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Seaview House in Pilgrim Cove offers its residents to see the sun, the sound of the surf, and the call of the gulls, but sometimes serenity is only an illusion. Laura McLeod has come back to Pilgrim Grove, the source of her fondest childhood memories, to pick up the pieces of her life. The solitude of the sea house is just what she needs, but as she settles in her rented beach house, a colorful crew of concerned citizens keep reminding her of the past, and one resident in particular, single father Matt Parker, takes her back to the thrill of young love in the memory of one perfect summer day. So that's book number 3. Book number 4 is called The Way to Texas by Liz Talley. This is a 2010 copyright. It's got a stamp on the outside of it. It says the word honor on it. Must have been another bookstore. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. A detour on her roadmap of life, her stay in Oak Stand, Texas, is only temporary after a series of setbacks. Dawn Taggart is giving herself 1 year to pull everything together so she can start over somewhere else. No putting down roots here, no romantic entanglements, no exceptions. Not even the very persuasive Tyson Hart can change that. A contractor looking for a fresh start himself, Tyson is the type of guy who promises forever and means it, but Dawn refuses to let those whiskey-colored eyes, the smooth voice, and the broadest set of shoulders this side of Houston weaken her resolve. Her mind is made up now if she could only convince her heart. So there you go, book number 4. Book number 5, we have Family Secrets by Ruth Jean Dale. It's a 1999 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Shirley is the black sheep in the Lion family fold. When she finished college, her parents and grandparents expected her to join the family business, move back to the family home, and just do what the family wanted. But Shirley had her own ideas and decided to leave New Orleans. The Lions and the man who broke her heart far behind. Now the family wants her back, needs her back, because her elderly grandfather's last wish was to see her reconciled with her parents. So they send Dev and Oliver after her. What the Lions don't know is that Dev is the last person Shirley wants to see. She has never forgiven him for betraying her, and she doesn't trust him now, especially once she realizes Dev and her family will do anything to bring her back. Besides, she can't go home. It would make keeping her own secret much too difficult. So there you go. Book number 5. Book number 6. If He Could Only See Me Now by Rebecca Winters. 1999 copyright. Some aging on the pages, what it looks like. And this is what it's about. Get even. Rachel Maynard's resolution is to marry Nikos Athos. 6 years ago, he'd rejected Rachel but now she's determined to have the satisfaction of making him want her. Newly beautiful, newly self-assured, Rachel's setting out to attract his attention. Get smart. Then she meets his older brother. Stasia realizes that her feelings for Nikos were mere infatuation. She also realizes the real satisfaction comes not from vengeance, but from love. Heart deep, soul deep love. Get married. Stasia wants her to marry him so he cannot adopt a child, his sister's child. Rachel's in love with Stasia, and even if he doesn't feel the same way about her, what can she do? What can she say except yes? So there is book number 6. Book number 7, The Prodigal Texan. This is by Lynnette Kent, and it's a 2006 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Making amends. No one expected Jude Ritter to return to Homestead, Texas, least of all Mayor Miranda Wright, the woman he made a fool of right before he left town for good. Miranda has enough on her hands trying to stop the crimes directed at recipients of the land giveaway program she started, and must now finish, if some people in town get their way. An Austin police officer on leave, Jude's here to help find the culprits, reconcile with his estranged brother, and apologize to Miranda. He misses their old rivalry and had never planned to hurt her, but he hadn't realized how much she meant to him until he saw what Miranda was willing to put on the line for the town and for him. So there's book number 7. Book number 8, A Man She Can Trust by Roxanne Rustand. This is a 2006 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. There's a little stain right there on that page. After all, is it that one of the reasons Grant walked out on her last fall? He couldn't wait for her practice to settle down to have kids, not to mention her husband couldn't seem to commit to one woman. It seems next to impossible that one night of stupidity could lead to her becoming pregnant. She still can't forgive him, but Joe has to tell Grant he's going to be a father. As if Grant's return wasn't hard enough, the man has provoked someone else, someone who won't stop the phone calls, the threats. As much as she hates it, Dr. Joe Edwards' life may depend on her estranged husband. So there's book number 8. Book number 9, we have Fugitive Mom by Lynn Erickson. I've read a few of Lynn Erickson's books. She's a pretty good author. 2001 copyright. That's what the book looks like. That's what it's about. A woman in a bind. For 4 years, Grace Bennett has lavished care on her foster son ever since his mother gave him up. Now his birth mother wants him back, and under the law, she can have him. Grace has 2 choices: obey the court order and hand the child over, or go underground with her little boy and become a fugitive mom. The man who could help her. Luke Sarkov might no longer be working vice for the San Francisco PD, but he's lost none of his edge. He could help Grace flee and get the goods on just how unfit a parent the biological mother of Grace's little boy really is. If he and Grace can control what has started to happen between them. Ooh, there's book number 9. Last book of this lot is book number 10, Marriage to a Stranger by Kay David. This is a 2002 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. You're going to have to act like his wife whether you want to or not. After 7 years, the marriage of Conley and Laura Harrison is over. Laura still cares for Conley, but he's hurt her once too often. She wants nothing more than to get her divorce and move on. But that's not going to be easy, not once she learns there's a stalker pursuing Conley. Laura's a bodyguard and, according to everyone from her father to Conley, the perfect agent for the job. After all, no one's in a better position to protect a husband than his wife. So there's book number 10. And if you were interested in any of these books, they're $1 a piece, or get the whole lot, 10 for 10. And you can email me at tammysmakeuptrace@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Facebook under Minda's Bookstore and More. Everything will be in the description below. I post them in my Etsy store if you order, and then I send you the link and you go pick them up, and you just check out like you would check out at any other place online. So with that, I hope whatever time zone you're in, you're having a great one. I hope you're staying safe, especially in the areas that's got all this snow and all this ice. And just be well. And I will see you soon. Bye.